Not long ago, when Muslim-majority nations looked for trade and investment, their eyes turned west, to Europe, to the United States, to former colonial powers. Today, the map looks very different. China, once a distant economic player, is now the top trade partner for dozens of Islamic nations. Quietly, strategically, and persistently, China has built deep economic ties across the Muslim world. But how did this happen? And why did so many Islamic nations shift their trade focus toward Beijing? Let's break it down. It started with a simple exchange. China needed energy, and the Muslim world had plenty of it. Countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq are major oil producers, and China, with its massive population and fast-growing economy, needed oil to keep running. In return, China offered industrial goods, everything from electronics to textiles to heavy machinery, at a price few others could match. But that's just the beginning. China didn't just want to trade, it wanted to build. So it launched the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, a global infrastructure strategy to connect Asia, Africa, and Europe through roads, railways, ports, and power plants. And guess what? Many of those connections run right through Muslim-majority countries. Take Pakistan, for example. Through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, China invested over $60 billion into energy, transport, and digital infrastructure. In Egypt, Chinese companies helped expand the Suez Canal economic zone. In Indonesia, China helped finance high-speed rail and industrial zones. And in Central Asia, home to several Muslim-majority countries, Chinese investment transformed transport networks and energy pipelines. This wasn't just economic, it was strategic. With every port China builds, with every highway it funds, it strengthens its trade routes, reduces dependence on the West, and increases its leverage in global affairs. But what really makes China attractive to Islamic nations isn't just money, it's the way it does business. While Western countries often attach conditions to trade and aid, things like democratic reforms, human rights standards, or anti-corruption measures, China follows a no-strings-attached approach. It doesn't lecture, doesn't intervene, and doesn't pressure governments to change their political systems. For many Muslim leaders, especially in countries with sensitive domestic politics, that's a welcome change. China also works fast. Projects that might take years of negotiation with Western banks or governments often move ahead quickly with Chinese partners. That speed, combined with flexibility, makes China a preferred partner for governments that want results now. And let's not forget technology. Chinese firms like Huawei and Alibaba are helping to digitize Muslim economies, from e-commerce in the Gulf to mobile payment systems in Southeast Asia. These partnerships are creating new business ecosystems and locking in China's role as a long-term economic player. Now, of course, it's not all smooth sailing. There are concerns about debt dependence, lack of transparency, and China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang. In some countries, civil society groups and even religious leaders have spoken out. But for most governments, the economic benefits still outweigh the political risks. And that's why official ties keep growing stronger. So what's the big picture? Muslim-majority nations see China not as an ideological ally, but as a practical partner, one that delivers infrastructure, buys oil, sells affordable goods, and stays out of politics. In a world where many countries are trying to reduce reliance on Western powers, China offers a powerful alternative, and Islamic nations have taken notice. From trade routes to digital highways, from oil contracts to new cities, the relationship is expanding in every direction. And as the global balance of power shifts, this quiet realignment could reshape not just economies, but geopolitics itself. If you found this breakdown helpful and want more insights like this, no hype, no noise, just clear storytelling that helps you understand the world, go ahead and subscribe. Stick with us as we dive deeper into the trends shaping our future. Thanks for watching, and see you!